Hello. Um, I've been a little stressed out lately. Great way to start, right? But I don't know. I I guess I didn't actually have a point with that either. I basically just wanted to remind myself of it. It was like the first thing on my mind. Um, and I guess I just have to keep reminding myself to like just take it easy. It's like one step at a time. Just like stay cool, stay frosty, uh, or something less dumb. Oh, I should open stuff in the background. It occurred to me that like if anyone's watching these on YouTube or like in the archive, probably wouldn't be a bad habit to just skip directly towards when I exit Facecam and go to Screen Cam because I don't know. I just this is the part of the live stream where like no one's watching yet, so I confess things and I phone it in a little bit. My number one priority is not to be fully engrossing right now. It's basically just to get stuff up and running. So how about that? And for those of you who do watch these intros, hi. Let me know. Let me know what you like to hear in these intros because I can spend this time talking about whatever, and might as well talk about something you'd find interesting, right? Okay. I'm almost set to switch over to screen cam, so I'm gonna whatever. I'm just gonna do it now. The spider's not running yet, but it's pretty close. I will minimize OBS, and yeah, yesterday I started working on like a logo, kinda. Oh wait, there's something I was supposed to do first. Yeah, wait, okay. There's something I have to do quickly. Yeah. Okay, sorry. This looks like I don't know. This reminds me like a. This makes me think like pancakes for some reason. If I saw this sign, I was like, oh, that place probably sells pancakes. I don't know why. But that's what just pops into my head just looking at it. So yeah, but what I mean by that is I'm probably gonna not use this. I'm probably gonna change the logo and like, for one thing, I want to try something more interesting than just putting the letters out there. Like, hey, Playman, how's it going? Welcome. I'm doing all right, thank you. Um, I'm gonna foray into like letter making, print making. I guess I don't know. What's it called when you just like make up a font? I guess I basically have to do that. Not like a full font or anything, but like I just don't even know what these characters are supposed to look like. I know it's like not like this per se. um, but yeah, so that'll be one thing that I have to do today. I know I'm streaming under creative right now, but I just remembered I had to make a small change to. I don't have to, but I want to make a small change to the way the one of the things I changed yesterday in the game, the passive points, no, the event points pool, the rate of growth. I don't want it to be flat actually. I want it to be so yeah. So right now we're saying we're just looping over them and adding the same amount to all three of the categories, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead say if event points pool index 1 or index 0, if event points pool, I think it's called index 0 is less than 5, then yeah, this one's going to grow less fast. The random ones are going to grow less fast than the other two. The nice thing about that is that, like, so with the new system, it encourages diversity in the different event types. But what I realized is that random events don't. Zero, hey, welcome. How's it going? Random events don't actually. They shouldn't really constitute a full third of the event. So I'm gonna scale. Oh yeah, this is relevant to you, Zero. So yesterday, I think yes. Oh wait, you're not asking me. I was like, yes, I totally found cake in the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So zero. I think I mentioned. Yeah, I hope I mentioned yesterday that the different event. There's like points pools for the different event types. So that way, like if you have like I literally just started. I literally haven't started the script yet because I'm literally changing it right now. There'll be side quest is never going anywhere. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything. I don't plan on making side quests go anywhere, so it should be here. Right. Uh, yeah. What I realized is that I actually don't want so with the points pool thing, I actually don't want like them to be even like across the board. So it had been like 15, 15, 15, and so they would basically all grow at the same rate. But what I realized is, event, so pool zero, I actually don't want to, I don't want it to grow as fast. And I mean, now that I think about it, like I think it's actually okay if, if there's a bit more, pool one than pool two. Like, so basically, I'm basically just going to redistribute the points a little bit. So the way it was before, random events actually only constituted about 20%. So let's see. The total that I'm working with right now is 45 points altogether, or like 0.45 points altogether at this interval. So I don't want to change that balance because I think that balance is approximately correct. At least that's roughly the balance it's always been, roughly. Um, So I basically just want to give 20% of, 20% of 45 to points pool zero, thereabouts. So let's say, what would that be? 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Really? 10 is 20% of 40? No, that's not right. 9 is 20% of 40. So 0.09. 20% of 45. Because 5 times 9 is 45. Right? I think so. And then these were roughly, so the other two were, I guess, would be roughly 18. Roughly, except, as we noticed, hey, Creative, how's it going? Yeah, I'm going to get on the logo in just a moment. Look, I have it open. I wasn't lying. Here, wait, I'll put it in the background so that people don't think I'm lying. But like as soon as I started the stream, I was like, oh shoot, there's that thing I was going to change. So yeah, so just from what we've seen in playing the game is that like event pool category, event type category pool 1 seems to just get a lot more exercise than the others. So I'm going to add 0.2 here and subtract 0.2 here. So it'll be, so now roughly, so the random pool will only fill about half as fast as the other pools because, yeah, that's like how it used to be. And I liked that balance actually. Like I never really like thought too hard about it, but like, I think like the reason I never really thought too hard about it is because it seemed okay to me. Like it seemed good. So too much randomness like makes it feel just like who cares? Like there's no player agency if everything's random and the points don't matter. But a little bit of it can be fun every now and again. So yeah. So I should probably add something to the how to lead guide about no, I should add in you know what I should do is I should add a section to like the how to lead guide for like advanced maneuvers because like you don't have to understand any of this in order to lead. This just I don't know, this is just the mechanisms by which the game tick. So yeah, the other thing that this is supposed to recognize is that event type 0 is not, it's like it's the generic manner in which the system is like actually supposed to be working. The like event category event type category pool 1 is actually the where something interesting really happens like in the game, and then actually like pool 2 is where like any manner of like actual difficulty is added to the game. So yeah, so the uh, my graphic design experience is not professional. It's mostly just like amateurish or hobbyish, I guess. I don't know. I am a game developer by trade, but my game needs a logo, and I don't have a graphic designer on staff, so it's me now. So yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I will get started with that in just a second, because I'm pretty sure this is good, and we can now fire up the script, I suppose. Unless, is there any other last minute thing I wanted to change here? If there is, it's not coming to mind, and I'll worry about it later. So, onwards. Scripts. Oh, doop. Okay. That was just said. I just said that in chat, so Zero could hear it. Yeah. Okay. Let me get this off screen. Doops. Yeah, so the thing I changed yesterday and today was, it had to do with the stuff I changed yesterday and I should get this off screen too. Because I'm really probably just not going to go with that one. Did I say new? Did I say open? I thought I said new. File new. Oh, this is what the new screen looks like. Alright, so I don't know. Just give me a really big one. How about 1600 by 1600, let's say. Great. So, you've never seen the river? Crazy talk. The river, January, or it's still January, early January. Yeah, I started the river December 31st because it was New Year's, and we finished it January 1st or 2nd, I forget. Oh yeah, so the thing that one thing that I thought would be fun for the I'm just gonna like storyboard, not really story, but like just do like general layout stuff. One thing that I thought would be funny for the logo is if I like had the logo like looking oh, whoops, sorry, I need to plug in my computer. It's gonna run out of batteries. Just 1 second. I haven't gone anywhere, I'm still here. I'm just plugging in my computer. Yeah, so one of the things that, wait, where's the, sorry, I'm almost there. One of the things I thought would be funny, because I want to like convey something with sidequest, not, with the logo for sidequest, not just, have it just generic, like saying the word or whatever. So yeah, one way I was thinking of doing that is yeah, I thought it'd be funny to like scrunch it up against the side, because sidequest side, I don't know. Because also one thing I was having difficulty yesterday was with one thing I had difficulty with yesterday was letter spacing, and the nice thing about crunching it like this is that there would be like 5 letters down the side, SIDEQ. And there'd be 5 letters across the bottom, so it'd be like a bit equanimable, and which might not be the correct usage of that word, but whatever. The thing that I have to keep in mind though is like how this logo will appear places, because like a lot of places like cut out like the top and the bottom of an image for like the preview, for preview purposes. So like in a lot of situations, like it would just be like, people would be like, what is id? All that would really be on screen is the I and the D, and like maybe part of the E. People would be like, what is id? So I don't know if that's entirely practical. I do like the idea though. So if I can come up with something that kind of like works in that way, that'd be nice. I mean, the alternative would just be to, I could do, the other thing I could do is the exact opposite. If I made sidequest like occupy the entire upper like major portion of the, well, this isn't quite right, but like yeah, just like really like narrow lettering that that took up uh like most of the screen, then I could kind of have the same joke, except I could have the game like across the bottom of the screen. That might be better because you kind of like play on scale, because the scale of the game is very small, right? It only takes up like that band across the bottom. Oh, I remember the other thing I want to change, but I don't have to restart the script in order to change this other thing. The other thing I want to change just real quick was I don't like how the text doesn't have a like the name tag text. I don't think it's legible enough on certain backgrounds. Like Zero Maverick, it just like went across my chest, and like the because I was wearing a printed shirt, like it just like doesn't hear like it's harder to read like the word when it's like on like a rough background like that. So I think I'm just gonna I already have it set up so that I can just easily just drop in there's like this little background piece that excuse me, there's this little background piece for the backgrounds that I made for the snow environment, because the snow environment makes it just like impossible to see. So if I just drop this in here, it's not going to change the script as it's running right now, but next time we load in a new environment, it will load in this piece, and then we'll have this piece, and we will be able to see good things and whatnot. Um, so then in terms of like what to do with this piece, I think I don't know. I could like average out the background, which is what it kind of did for snow. Like I wanted this when it covers up the background to be as like unobtrusive as possible. Um, and so I made for the snow, I made it like gray, because the snow is like it's like light and dark, but it's all shades of gray. And so it just kind of, oh hey, Mr. Gangsta Fresh, how's it going? Um, it averages out to like this mid-tone gray. So like maybe I won't do it right now, but what I could do at some point is put in like a for the river, like maybe like a slightly bluish green color for the background, so that way, I mean, I guess in the river it doesn't really cover up the background, so maybe for the river it's actually fine still being gray. um and then for well, no, gray's kind of like the worst color, or the worst like arbitrary thing to put behind the background, because like, I mean, if anything I should use like color or something. I don't know, I'll worry about it more later, but the first thing I want to do is just like get anything in there. Should I worry about it a little bit? I could worry about it a little bit. No, I don't care for now. I'll keep an eye on it, and if I don't like how it looks just using that gray in the different backgrounds, I'll worry about it then. Um, yeah. So for the huh for the logo, I think, all right. So I don't want to actually like I think I like the idea that I mentioned before, but I don't want to go with just a square dimensions for it, because I think actually like a lot of times like a more common dimension, like more common dimensions will be like a little wider. So I think what I'll want in that case is for, oh, interesting. Yeah, I think what I'll want in that case is like, ooh, how do I want to do this? So like when the logo is literally just this size, I think the like I think I'll basically just want to do exactly what I said. So like there's like a little bit of space on the bottom, and I'll probably actually use like visuals from the game. I'll probably like take the transition pieces, like like the mountains to snow transition, and just crunch it right up next to like the snow to river transition, and crunch it right up next to the river to forest transition or something like that. So it just like has like a, it just like shows like a strip of the world, a diverse strip of the world across the bottom of the screen. And then just have the text like coming out from behind it. Um, so yeah, so like kind of like I was doing before. It still has to be really narrow. I really have to be. I mean, and this isn't like the I'm just like sketching it out here. This is not like actually like anything like the final version. I think I have to use a lowercase q. So that might be weird because it might look like a 9. Oh yeah, it'd look like a 9. So maybe I have to use all lowercase letters, which is not that bad. I think I kind of like it stylized in all lowercase letters too. It Oh yeah. Oh, so well, that's weird. I think I'll like yeah, because I wanted it to take up a lot of space too. So I think I'll like fudge the letters. So like the D is like really tall. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? This might come out stupid, and I might not like it after all. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I think. So side. Uh, yeah, because I was thinking lowercase q because an uppercase q. Since like the bottom of the text is like covered by the background, like the lowercase q, like you wouldn't actually see the bottom part, and it would look like an O. But heck, if it looks like a 9 instead, then I I'll have to change it anyways. So anyways, so yeah, so like something like that, except whatever. And then when changing the dimensions of the image, like if like so what if I needed to so what if so like if this is like the original dimensions, like what do I do for the bigger image? I also need to know because like my gut says just like I can't really. Okay, so if I have the whatever background strip along the bottom of the screen, I can't like put like there's nothing I can really add underneath that. Like I can't really just add like oh no, you know what I could do? If I felt like it, I could for the bigger image, I could put the cave down here. Like I said, I could put the 4 other backgrounds up here, and then I could put the long stretch of cave along the along the if I ever have to like add margin to. So then yeah, so the upper part would just be like blank. Like I don't actually have any plans for that. Whatever color is in the background of sidequest would probably just extend all the way to the top of the screen. But yeah, no, it just occurred to me like the cave is supposed to be like underground basically. So yeah, all right, I think that's a plan. Wow, that's cool. So the one thing is that the cave isn't very tall, so it'll be like the background, and then it'll be the cave, and then it'll just be like color going down to the bottom, I guess. Uh, and maybe I should actually center that too. So maybe like maybe maybe yeah. So like if like the cave is like this strip here, then maybe instead of adding in like counting that as like the outside frame, like maybe I should always have the cave. Nah. I was just thinking like I want to keep it kind of symmetrical, right? So like when I have to add margins onto the top or bottom, I don't necessarily want to add like uneven margins. Like so maybe I could put I was gonna say I could put clouds up here. Oh no, you know what I could do is I could do the upper atmosphere. Because like hypothetically, like the cloud line is like the cloud line. It's only really established in snow, in the snow backdrop, but it's established to like fall at like roughly this height on screen, right? So like if this is the cloud layer, and so like oh yeah, it's just to as a visual explanation of like what I'm trying to convey in case it isn't clear. Like imagine like imagine the logo like this basically. So like we have like I don't know. It's like basically like there's the backdrop, except a much smaller version of it will like stretch across the bottom of the screen, and this will kind of be like behind the backdrop, like kind of emanating upwards from it. And then yeah, so like I was saying, in the snow background, which we're not seeing right now, but is in the mix somewhere, there's the cloud layer. So apparently this text is like in the upper atmosphere, or like in the it's above the cloud layer. So I guess we'll have space. And so then when I have to extend the screen upwards, it'll just be like literally like space, like not like space as in like blank space, but space as in like astronauts. Not that will actually be astronauts. There might be like, I don't know, a dragon in space or like a unicorn or something. There might be like a unicorn on the moon. There might be like a moon. The eye in sidequest might be a moon. Oh, I don't know. I probably shouldn't go too far with that because sidequest has nothing to do with space, and so it'd be a little misleading to to draw especially much attention to it. Sidequest should go into space though, um, and there should be a unicorn there, because that's where unicorns live. Sorry. All right, so I should get started on this. I guess I mean I have a square. I guess I should plan for the square. Yeah, I should plan for a square. Whatever, like aspect ratio or whatever, square dimensions, which I have here. So I could actually just like hide this layer, and then just like I'll keep it around for reference purposes. But yeah, I might just start in here. So how do I want to set up the proportions for the middle strip? Oh yeah, no. So for the middle strip, I want to cut off a quarter on the top and a quarter on the bottom of the vertical height. So that will give me a middle stretch. That's so like this entire canvas is 1600 by 1600. Do I want to go higher than that? I could do like, in case I have to ever scale it up, I might want to start bigger than that actually. So you know what? I'm gonna do a new whatever. And I'm gonna start like just really large. It's because it's just easier to scale down than to scale up. So yeah, let's start as such. Yeah, so if I cut a quarter off the vertical strip representing a quarter of the top, and a vertical strip representing a quarter of the bottom, that will leave a middle range of that's twice as wide as it is tall, and I think that's a good starting point. And then I think the thing that I talked about was probably the plan. It'll probably be a little weird, and I'll probably have to like redraw a lot of the environments when I'm having them when I'm doing that transitional band across the bottom of the screen, because well, the transitions are really long, so I'll have to like crunch it down actually, because the transitions are almost as long as hypothetically the transitions are as long as like the game visuals themselves, although that's not exactly true because I actually made the transitions before I stretched the background. But regardless, actually, you know what? I think I might leave this up just because it's nice to it's nice to have like the miniaturized version of like the bigger thing that I'm working on over here. So, oh, I also don't need this open. I'll just minimize it for now. Okay. So I'll put this here and something like that. I don't know. Okay. So I guess I can give myself more vertical height to work with too. There we go. So yeah, so the upper band and the lower band, let's define those precisely, I suppose. Courageous Leader Zero Maverick, welcome. So yeah, let's get so an eighth of or no, a quarter of 3200 would be 800, right? So let's cut 800 pixels off the top and the bottom of this image. Not like literally like remove them, but just like demarcate them as like the outside zone. So that, oops, whoa, what tool is that? Not the tool I expected. Undo. Stop, whatever you're doing. Undo. I don't know what it's doing. I'm just gonna... Ah, cool. There's a chance that I want to work in, oh, wow. There's an illusion. There's a clever illusion. What the heck tool is that? Oh, it's just the transform tool. Interesting. Okay, if I'm having difficult, where's this regular selection tool? No, where's just the regular selection tool? The square selection tool. Where are you? Oh, down here. Okay, it's the one with the dotted lines. All right. Yeah, new dev tools. That's fun. Oh, this one doesn't give me pixel coordinates. Weird. Or are they hiding somewhere? Doesn't tell me like how big the selection area is. So that's one point that my previous drawing tool had over this one. Huh. Well, alright, so instead of that, let's do new, width 3200, height 800, and then create that, and then select all, and spill it like black, I guess. And then copy that. Excuse me, deselect, and then, or deselect is not that keystroke anymore. Paste this here. Hark, while walking along the river, you notice there's a drowning fish. Oh no! Fish! Too bad this event isn't multi. I would totally, oops, I'm on the wrong keyboard. There we go. If that event was multi, I would totally have done all three. Okay. So, alright, now we have like the upper band and the bottom band, except they're both on the top right now, so let's move one of them down to the bottom. And let's get it right in there. Right up in there. Pixel precise. What? Oh, that's weird. The arrow keys don't move the thing. They move my viewport. That is new. Yay, new drawing programs. It's always a learning experience with that. Okay, so no, I was gonna laugh and then save it. I was gonna point and laugh and then save it. I might have eaten it. I'll be honest. I might have eaten it. I did say I was gonna do all those things, but I thought of doing them in that order. I only planned on eating it once it died because we saved it. Because let's be honest. If you see a fish that's drowning and you save it, it's gonna die. It's just gonna happen. Okay. So, what did you say about the document? Oh, examples of events that would work with. Oh yeah, sure. That's easy. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna update the doc real quick. Oh, sorry. I wasn't actually thinking about where to go. I was thinking about how to change it, but I'll go there first and then think about how to change it. Okay. Oh yeah. So one small point of whatever. I think I'm gonna have I'm gonna default to lowercase. I think when referring to sidequest, just in general. Okay. So event types. Event types. Yeah, I talk about this a lot on stream, so I should have plenty to say on this. I'll put it at the bottom, I guess. Oh, so actually, just to keep a sense of organization, I'm going to put the cheat sheet above the event types, because that's kind of the order. Why is there a bullet there? Stop having a bullet there. Put this here, I guess. Yeah. Because then, okay, so yeah, just like this page kind of is the index, I guess, kind of. Oh wait, why is that? Why is there a weird line there? Why is there like a dot there? No, stop having a dot. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have the cheat sheet, and we'll have event types, and then we'll have like the explanation of the cheat sheet, and then we'll have the explanation of the event types. So this will be like example events, I guess. Yeah. What size text is this? 18. Size 18. Yeah, size 18. All right. Example events. Size 18. Actually, 1 second. Line break. Size 18. Oh, I'm such a bad creative. Well, I don't know. I feel funny working on. I don't feel. I don't know. I feel weird working on this sometimes in game dev, and I feel, I guess, now weird working on this in creative as well. But whatever, it's part of the process. Um, okay, so example events. I'm literally just going to use the example events that we already have. Well, actually, no. I'll say. I'll call this event type descriptions, and it'll have the descriptions and the events. So event type suggestions. I guess, because like really you can do anything. I definitely don't want to limit creativity, but I have also spent a lot of time writing quests myself. So not a lot of time, but a fair amount of time. So I might as well impart the knowledge of my experience. So events default. Okay, yeah, so we'll want to do for each type. So I never remember the event type names. So random, jagged, decided, popular. I should just copy this because I'm literally just not going to remember all of them. Okay. And I do want to go through each of them anyway. So, alright, so don't mind me. I'm just getting rid of this text because I'm going to basically explain the whole thing in detail instead of or I'll just call this event type descriptions, I guess. I don't know. It's basically just more information about the event types. Alright, random. Also, this doesn't need to be bold, but wait, it doesn't need to be bold. Less bold. But I will capitalize these, and I will put. Actually, no, I don't have to capitalize them. I'll just put them in size 18 font. Doop-a-doop. Colon, line breaks for everyone. Colons and line breaks for everyone. I'm a generous document writer. There's a really easy way to remember it though, Zero. So before I go through and write all this detailed stuff out, the easy way to remember it is category 0, which is 0 and 1. Category 0, you use category 0 when we can't control the outcome of events. And this is what I'll type here, but like so actually no, I guess there's kind of a dual purpose, because like all of these have multi-purposes. Like these are supposed to hypothetically cover like basically anything that can happen. So type 0 is when either we can't control the outcome, like no one can control the outcome, it's like literally unpredictable what will happen, or the outcome doesn't matter. So I might as well just explain these as a type. No, I'll give the brief overview. All right, so that's event type 0. And the examples I'm going to use there are the riot and the meadow, because in the riot you can't control what happens in a riot. Like riots are literally like situations wherein the situation is situations where like what's happening has escalated beyond the control of any entity or any body. The meadow, you're like picking flowers and playing with deer. It doesn't matter what happens there. Like no one cares. No one's gonna be like so deeply invested in like, oh, but I was frolicking as hard as I could with those deer. Why didn't I get more experience? Event type 2 and 3, or category 1. I should use them. I should use the names. So decided and popular are when yeah, again, so like basically it's like there's a I probably should group these in like the organization too. So I'll call this yeah, I'll give them category names too. So like this should be like unpredictable. Yeah, I don't know. Unpredictable, something like that. So yeah, that was the first time. So the second one will be like focused, I guess. Uh, and then the last one will be balanced. Okay, so yeah, focused is when you really should make up your mind. I notice you tend to get really focused a lot because basically like a lot of what the events that we've had in the game are will you do this or this? Well, no, I guess actually some of those are actually quite discomforting because um, focus is when there's really a decision to be made. Well, like decision or popular. I mean, I use the word decision, but like in popular, the difference between well, the difference between decision and popular. I'll start typing this eventually. I'm trying to give like a quick, succinct overview. Um, the uh, the difference between yeah, the other ones in focus is when you really plan on only doing one thing. So at a point in the story where there's a fork in the road, not literally because actually forks in the road are bad in this game, or they're hard to manage. Like if you take on forks in the road, you're doing it at your own risk, and good luck to you. But no, it's when there's a literal branch in the storyline, and it could go either way. That's what focus is for. Balance is for the opposite situation. Balance is when there's only one thing that can really happen, but in order to pull it off, there are individual pieces of that action. So yeah, it's so clear in my head. It's so clear, and I think once you understand it, there'll probably be like this dawning moment where it's like, oh, derp. But yeah, let's hopefully this document once updated will serve as that enlightening that dawning force or whatever. Okay, so uh, so so the unpredictable group. Unpredictable isn't the right word. Um, what's the actual word for flimby or uh like like uh mercurial, I guess. No, mercurial. That might be right, but I don't think that's a uh there's a better word for it. Yeah, prone to changes and temperamental, capricious, volatile, fickle, excitable, changeable, unpredictable, whatever. Unpredictable is fine. Uh, uh, oh, okay. Here's another way to say it. Zero. The first group. Uh, Wait, where'd my doc go? Oh, it was my browser, right? Okay. The first group is I'll do in the reverse order. The balanced group is when you want to make a decision. The focus group is for when you want the group to make a decision. The unpredictable group is when you don't really feel like anyone making a decision and you just want to roll the dice. Because I know there are literally dice in the game, but the unpredictable group was dice before there were dice. Um, the dice actually were only added in so that you didn't have to fabricate an event every time you wanted some measure of whatever. So yeah, okay. So oh, okay. So yeah, I'll make that as the header. So fate decides. Oh, well, it's weird to say decides because there's the decided type, but adventures decide, and leader decides. So I should either change this I shouldn't use the word decide so much because it's confusing that decided is of one category, and I'm using the term decide to describe other categories. So so I'll say fate driven, uh, adventure driven, and leader driven. Okay, so yeah, right. I knew there was a really easy way to describe this, but it just like I just wasn't finding the words. Um, so that's basically all you need to know is that yeah, 0 and 1 are fate driven, 2 and 3 are adventure driven, and 4 and 5 are leader driven. So um, yeah, so I think although you haven't been using them as much, I think types 4 and 5 will slot really cleanly into your story because like I noticed that like a lot of the times you'll basically like you'll have an event in which there are things that probably should be done, and then like regardless of what people choose, you'll like push the story along anyways. And that's kind of what type 4 and 5 are for, because like type 4 and 5 have the most. I should just be typing all this down, or like a good portion of this down. But like type 4 and 5, uh, they they present the players a challenge, instead of instead of just asking them, "Hey, what's up?" They're the gamiest part of the game. Do I plan on making this game a standalone where Trusty Bard can choose his own story? Um, that's what it is right now. If you're asking about branching storylines in the automated system, it's something I've considered, but I'm less excited about the automated system. This game was meant to be run live. The automated system is basically just like cruise control. Like if you think of it like driving. Oh, I was gonna say if you think of it like driving a car, like a player's at the wheel, and you can like activate cruise control, at convenient moments. But no, that's a terrible example because in the future there will be self-driving cars and. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me just uh it certainly like it was because like can you I don't know it was but like there are humans here, like we're humans and we're communicating, like this is a game that lives in a channel of communication, uh and so like yeah, since robots are not superior at communicating, there's no real point in getting robots involved with this. Okay, so event type descriptions, fate driven uh, event types. Wait, this isn't supposed to be. Uh, this is not supposed to be capitalized. Uh, they are supposed to be size 18 though. Excuse me. Uh, what? You can't control. Oh, you can't control select in Google Docs. All these new tools, all these fun new tools, that I am now learning how to use. um, uh, so, adventure, driven. I should hyphenate this probably. Adventure driven types. And leader driven types. Okay, so I should have a preamble before I start just describing the different event types. Fate driven event event types are both decided or both I should use the word decided. So the outcome of fate the outcomes of fate-driven event types are left to chance, left to random, or I really shouldn't be using any of the event type names. I shouldn't use random, jagged, decided, popular, even, or short in my descriptions of these, because otherwise that's just weird. So the outcomes of fate-driven event types are left to chance. I typically use these event types when either A, the outcome is unknown to all. Well, no, I'll just say the outcome is unpredictable. The outcomes of fate-driven event types are left to chance. I typically use these event types when either A, the outcome is unpredictable, or B, the outcome isn't the important part of the event. Examples of, well, actually no, I should I'll put the examples underneath the specific kind. Oh, actually, I guess I don't really have to describe these individually. No, I guess I'll give a detailed description of like the nuances of the different types. But yeah, so the outcome is unpredictable. Or the outcome isn't the important part of the event. Random. I know I unbolded these not long ago, but I'm gonna rebold them, just because this is my prerogative to do so. All right. This is why I don't usually name my stream about specifically what I'm working on, because whenever I do that, I end up not working on that thing. I end up getting distracted by something else. I mean, I always get distracted by something else, but okay, so random so huh. I mean, there is the other manner of categorization, which is like 0, 2, and 4 all correlate in a way that 1, 3, and 5 kind of all correlate. But that'd probably be more confusing than clarifying. So so random example, whatever. I don't know. I'll probably put text here as well. Example. Oh yeah. So this is where I'm just gonna use like the literal examples. Okay, so this event is type 0. I should use the words. Is type random because only one outcome, only one of the available options will prove correct. The others will lead nowhere. Actually, this isn't a very good example because this is actually more relevant to the fate-driven system or the automated system in the this actually like this would actually be more likely. Yeah, this event really like a GM wouldn't really actually lead this event type. Like this wouldn't be an event. This wouldn't be an event. Yeah, that's what it is. This wouldn't be an event in like a GM led version of the game. Uh so it would be a better example. I should probably just write a new event type 0. Uh what's like an event type 0 that the GM might lead? Um I guess well no, this is fine. So it's a little weird. Like this is kind of like advanced mode, but whatever. So uh, as so the at the end of the event, we will discover who, or I guess I should describe it as at the end of this event I would provide details about the at the end of this event I would yeah, so at the end of this event we discover who commit the offense. I would then provide details to the player about the nature of the nature of the crime, and players could then, or the story, or rather, the story could then follow to the pursuit and possible arrest of the guilty party, because any of the options could prove true. You may want to be ready to improvise. Why did I capitalize the U there? Because any of the options could prove true, or because the fates could choose any of the possible outcomes, any one of the possible outcomes. You may want to be ready to improvise. Actually, that has less to do with this specific event, and actually more with just these types. I should also spell possible correctly because it's better than spelling it incorrectly. Actually, this isn't even true of it's not even true of just the fate-driven types. That's true of both the fate-driven types and the adventure-driven types. So whatever. Okay, so I'll put this on the same line, I guess. Or something. I don't know. This is weirdly formatted, but whatever. Alright, so jagged. What is an example of jagged? Jagged. Yeah, I'll use the riot, I guess, as the better example. Doop-a-doop. Oops. Cursor, go where I say, please. Example. Riot breaks out in the middle of the town or square. Oh, I should probably put Hark in. Oops. I should probably put Hark at the start of these, because, yeah. Okay, so, this event is, type. Actually, I don't need this line break. This line break is unnecessary, and it's just confusing. This event is type, jagged, because the outcome is unpredictable, but multiple outcomes can succeed or not, independent of one another. Shouting and subduing could both prove perfectly helpful or could both prove ineffective or one could could prove yes. Oh, sorry. You know, I said I was gonna work on the logo, so I should actually work on the logo. Let me know if you have any specific questions, Zero, and I'll keep in the backlog to finish updating that. But like, hopefully it's clear at this point, right? All right. So finish. I can spell. Finish explaining event types. Yeah. In how to doc. Derp derp. Add. There we go. And I'll put that higher up. Oh yeah, logo. That is in progress. I'm gonna call these done, just because I'm not doing any like active testing on them. Okay, so yeah, sidequest logo, and so I'll call this in progress as well, but I'm gonna do the logo first, because that's what I said I was gonna do, and I'm broadcasting in creative. I mean, like, writing that doc, I guess technically it's more creative than it is game dev, but it's not exactly pertinent to either. Merge with layer below. All right, so this layer is now our guideline for how to set up this. Oh, huh. You know what just occurred to me is that I might actually. Oh yeah. No, yeah. So okay, so sorry. What I should do now is I should use the actual like dimensions of the I should use the actual dimensions of the or like the relative dimensions, like the proportions of the backgrounds that appear in the game, because this is like roughly the proportion of the broadcast screen. I mean, like my screen isn't literally like 2:1. It's actually like 16:9. But like 16:9, the difference between 16:9 and 18:9 is relatively subtle, right? So I think it's close enough that I should. And also in this context, it actually wouldn't hurt to have like the background's a little more prominent. So let's start loading those in, I guess. So oh shoot, yeah. How do I want to do this? I mean, I guess I. There's lots to load in. There's a lot to load in. This is Krita or Krita. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. It's spelled Krita, and it's a free download. It's similar to Photoshop, except with like a more of a painterly sort of focus. Okay, so sorry, just 1 second. Yeah. What? So okay. So C projects. Was it no backgrounds? All right. So I said I wanted mountain to river to snow. No, excuse me. Mountain to snow to river to forest, I think is the order to go. So the first thing I want is the mountain transition to snow, of which there are five pertinent layers. You know, oof. No, this is the easiest way to do it. I was gonna say, you know what might be easier, but oh, I can't even multi-open docs. Oi. All right. Well, let's get started. No time like the present. All right. So select all, copy, paste. All right. So yeah. Okay. So instead of keeping the, oh, if I, what would be a better way to go about this would be to hold on. Let's get rid of that. Let's make the instead of stretching the image, let's preserve the size of this art that we're importing. I know I said like I wanted to start as big as possible, but I think 1920 by 1920 is actually suitably large. So all right. Well, I guess I need to redo the margins because the margins got messed up. But yeah. So by doing the nice thing about doing 1920 by 1920 is now when I paste these pieces in, I won't have to resize them, and I can keep them the exact like ratio as I was saying I would care to do. So all right. So let me let me redo this real quick. So new whatever custom size. Width 1920 by half of 1920 is 960. Half of 960 is 480. 480. So 480. Crit. So this will be the these will be the borders, and yes, and we are well on our way. Doop-a-doop. So spill, just blackness. Copy this and paste here. Whatever. Okay, so yeah. All right, that's good, and then paste again. And now let's bring this one down to the bottom as we had it before. Lined up. Oh, wow. So one thing I noticed about this program is that it runs very slow. Like, a lot of the actions I'm taking, I mean, I guess it just, like, takes a lot of processing power or something. But, like, I'm dragging these things around, and, like, when I was dragging that giant shape, like, the visuals didn't update. And if there's one thing that's not going to update, in a drawing program, it's kind of tough when that thing is visuals. Visuals are kind of important to a drawing program. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Jocko. Wait, is it? I can't tell how much of what you're saying is true, but I'll assume that a lot of what you're saying is actually. I'm just actually not going to comment on it because I can't tell. Which I don't mean to sound apathetic. I don't know. I'm honestly confused. Uh, I want to be not zoomed at either of those clicks. Give me a finer gradation of zoom. There we go. All right. All right. Now, okay, cool. So, as we were. Oh wow, I have this many Krita files open. All right, let's close these because we don't need nearly this. Maybe that's why it's running slow because I have like 500 instances open. Discard. Go away. Discard. I guess Krita is not a fan of tabs. All right, I can definitely get rid of that one because that one's silly. I can get rid of this one because I remember what I wanted to draw, what I wanted to do here, like with the layers and stuff. So I don't need to keep that around. Um. Okay. Sorry. Don't mind me. Just getting distracted. So yeah. Whoa. What did I just do? Okay. I don't know what I just did. But I'm just gonna merge these layers down. Okay. So here's where I'm going to want to start lining up these. For starters, I guess I'm just gonna. Why is this not moving? Oh, because I don't have anything selected. Apparently. For starters, I think I'm just gonna like start lining these up a little bit. I mean, so yeah, like I was saying before, I'm probably gonna have to edit quite a bit because like this stretch is literally across the entire screen, whereas I only want to actually like use like a third of the screen for this transition. So I'll probably do some combination between like taking the inner section, like finding the most salient section, like the middle section, and also crunching it down. So probably a little bit of both. But the first step of this wonderful process is to go through. Why did you not remember the destination from which I opened the file? If you make me navigate to this folder again every time I want to open something, that's not going to be the fastest way to accomplish this, I assure you. Journey of all backgrounds, mountains, transition to snow. So we got the are you serious? You're just gonna put stupid autosave files here too? Alright. My initial review of Krita was like, hey, look at these improvements. And my follow-up review is like, there's some janky stuff going on here. So sorry, just getting distracted. Okay, so that was the background. Middle ground is like so. It just keeps opening a new Krita every time I. Alright. Whatever, that's fine. I don't care. I didn't change anything. Go away. No, go away. Alright, paste. I guess one nice thing is that whenever you paste, it puts in a new layer for you. So that's, I guess, kind of convenient. Deselect, or select all. Oh gosh, I might switch back to paint.net. Honestly, like there are nice things about this program, but then there are also like really aggravating things about it. So I might just be ruined at this point. It might be that I'm so used to and it goes back to, yeah, screw this. Maybe I'll switch to Krita someday, but today's not that day. It'd probably be easier if I had like all my files like already in like Krita format or whatever. Nope. Sorry. So I'm just gonna shift gears quickly. Or not even shift gears, but shift. Oh, I already have paint.net open. That's what my actual desktop background looks like if anyone's curious. Which is why, anyways. Okay. So file, new. 1920 by 1920. Yes. Cool. All right. So this should at least be easier in some ways, less easy in other ways, but familiar in a lot of ways. So, so yeah, let's make a document that's 1920 by, what did we say it was? 480. So select all, copy, paste. Oh, I should put this on a new layer. Backspace, and then paste, and then move it on down here. Oh yeah, there's that thing about paint.net. Oh, actually I should do backspace first so I can see it when I drag it, because seeing things while you drag them actually kind of helpful. Alright. Oh, I should use the like I tried to line those things up visually a lot, but I should probably just try and line them up mathematically. Oh yeah. I'm already trying to use like Krita hotkeys over here. What has become of me? Okay, so yeah, so the nice thing about this program is that I can go open, and I can open the don't mind that. I can open multiple things all at the same time. So maybe Krita like might be superior overall, but like just for this simple task, like I happen to know like paint.net actually has an edge. So for example, it's gonna take me like no time to redo what it took me like a little bit of fiddling to do in Krita. Again, that might be largely due to my familiarity with this program, but it also has a fair amount to do with like certain convenience features, like tabs, yo. Okay, so 0, 1290 are the coordinates for that. So let's do that a few times. Oh, this is not an important thing. So this, we'll do that later. This one comes next. Copy. New layer. Oh, there's going to be a lot of layers in this document. Spoilers, there's going to be a lot of layers in this document. Alright, so 0, 1290, I believe, for the coordinates. So 0, 1290, blammo. And it doesn't have to line up perfectly, but hey, why not line it up perfectly if we can. Alright, paste. Again, 0, 1290. And so one of the nice things about this process is that we have the assets together already, because we've already drawn them. Oh yeah, and then I want to fudge a lot too. Because like actually, it always saddened me about this transition that, oh whoops, I just clobbered over that other layer. Whoops. It always saddened me that like you can't actually see you can't see very much of this transition. I mean, there are worse things. It's not like it's like a masterpiece. It's just a lot of what I did on it doesn't even show up in game, because I'm still learning how best to author these things in an efficient and expedient fashion. All right, these are the big snowflakes, and these are the wait, what? This is the these are the small snowflakes. So copy, paste. Oops. Again, new layer. Oops. Undo. New layer. Apparently, I just created just long enough to get spoiled by a few of the niceties. Alright, there we go. Doop-a-doop. And then one more layer for the big snow. I should do adventures too. I'll have to do the adventures in a different manner. Oh, I have a fun cheat that I can show you when I get to the point where I do the adventures. Um, all right, so uh, do do do. So once again, 0 by 1290. All right, cool. So now this is like we'll probably use like some of this, probably like mostly this chunk as as part of the background, and we'll fake it so that the snow and the clouds and everything work, because a lot of that will be abbreviated. Uh, for now, huh? I was gonna say I could smoosh the layers together for now, but I don't really want to. Not yet. Just in case I feel like lining it up a little differently or something. I probably should, but whatever. Uh, so the next transition is between snow and oh, maybe, oh, you know what I should do is I should do this on a much wider thing so I can slide stuff around and nudge them. Because like in this program, if you, or I think in a lot of programs, if you move something off the screen and then leave it there, you can't pull it back on the screen. Like it just stops existing in its off-screen state. So because I'm going to be sliding these left and right a lot, I'm going to just temporarily resize the canvas to be, oops, not resize, canvas size, change the canvas size to be wider. I might like double it, or just put it up to like arbitrarily high at like 3,000. One of those two. All right, so that's I still have my guidelines to know like how big it's actually supposed to be, but then I have that extra space, so I can actually I should give myself more extra space than that. Let's make it like 4,000. Actually, no. 1920. Be like 33840. Would be exactly. Oh, 9840. No, didn't mean to do that. 3840. Would be I think the actual like doubling of the. Yeah, that's good enough. So yeah, I probably shouldn't get so hung up on the small details. I should probably just like for the sake of expediency, I should probably just like smush these layers together. And oh, except for the foreground layer, which actually the adventures will go between the foreground and then the rest of the layers. Okay, so this is foreground, and then the rest of these, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna merge them all together. I don't care. I'm just gonna merge them all together. I'm saying it. I don't know if I'm believing it 100%. We'll see. I'm gonna finish importing the layers and then and then save it and then back it up just in case I want to change it later. Okay, so we'll save this as a logo, I guess. Yeah. All right. It's a trade-off between like time and efficiency, or like quality and efficiency, really. Because like I could spend more time and it would come out better quality, or I could spend less time and it would be a little cheaper. While I want to stay efficient, I also, if I'm so efficient that the end product is like unsatisfactory, like that's not really a win condition. All right, so the next place I want to go is snow to transition to river. Again, there are 5 layers. These are the only ones with 5 layers. The rest will only have 3 layers, or the last of the 3 will have 3 layers, and so that'll actually be slightly quicker, I guess. Silver lining. Okay, so again, these still go to, oh, these don't go to 0, 1920 anymore. They go to some other number, 1920. Or, oh, 1290, I mean. So 960 1290 is the new 1920. And I, of course, pasted that on the wrong layer. Of course. New layer. Paste. Of course. 960 1290. 960 1290. New layer. I should do that step first, and maybe that will help me not botch it as much. Alright, select all, copy, paste. Doop doop. 1960 1290. Good. New layer. File, open. New ground. Select all, copy. I made a new layer, right? That's not the previous layer, I think. Good. Hopefully. Right? Okay, just checking. Alright, so, again. Whoops, wrong layer. Layers. Layers are not my favorite thing about Paint.net. As I'm quick to recall. Alright, and then, do I need one more? I need two more. Actually, I should be better about naming my layers too. So, this is wide screen frame. This is mountain. Mountain snow BG. This is mountain snow midground. This is this should be mountain snow foreground or near ground. Mountain snow near ground. And then mountain snow near foreground. And then mountain snow for foreground. Snow for foreground. This should be snow river background. This should be snow river midground. Should be snow river foreground near ground. And this should be snow river near foreground, which I haven't actually put in yet. This layer is empty. Yes, okay. So near foreground, copy, paste, snowflakes, snowy snowflakes. So 1960 1290, good. New layer, snow river for foreground. Save that, or I don't know. I should save it at intervals because there are crashes in this program sometimes. If it crashes right now, that would be delightful. That would be my favorite. All right, for foreground, paste, more snow, snow forever, all the snow. Cool. All right, so the next one and the last of the transitions only has 3 more pieces, so we're almost there. That wasn't so bad. So yeah, this will be river, forest, background. Save that. To be honest, Maverick, I think a lot of the reason no one's watching is because I streamed under creative and I didn't do logo design. I think that has a way of putting people off. River first, midground. So yeah, I should just be better about I have no clue. I honestly don't care either. The nice thing about this stream is that I honestly don't care about it because I'm not a streamer. I'm a game developer who streams sometimes. Sometimes just happens to be a lot. Alright, so river, first, near ground. And that's all I have to do. Those are all the layers. But I haven't put in any of these layers yet, so. Backgrounds, river, trans, forests. Select all, copy, paste. Midground, copy, paste. Alright, at least this one a lot quicker. Paste. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna save this. Now that it's like, now that we have all the pieces in one file. It's gonna look like a mess, but I'm gonna save it as a mess for now. And then I'm gonna try flattening the layers just so I can like play around. And so, I'll also save this as logo layers or something. I don't know. And I don't know why stuff is having difficulty saving today, but whatever. Also save it as, save as, yeah. I mean, yeah. We have the layered version saved out, but I don't actually want to be working on the layered version. I want to be working on the main version. So, yep. And then, smoosh these down together for now. So all the mountain snows are smooshed, all the snow rivers are smooshed, and all the river forests are smooshed. Alright, so now, yeah, like I was saying, it'll basically be that, like, this one, we actually don't need much of this one at all. So, like, that might be about right. Put it, like, right up to the edge. 1920. Deselect. And then the mountain snow, let's do the exact opposite. Let's put it at 0. Wait, hold on. Wait, undo, deselect. Alright, let's put it at, oh yeah, no, I guess it would be negative, yeah, it wouldn't be 0, it would be negative 19, or negative 960, I guess. Is that right? Seems right. And 0. Alright, yeah, so now we still have way too much of a lot of this stuff. So let's chop down the obviously unnecessary parts. Should be like this. Yeah, and there's, okay, yeah, so get rid of a lot of this stuff, and there's still a lot of leftover stuff. I think that will be, I think that's because with snow we added the extra, like this was all added in extra, so it's basically like just snow background. It's not even like transition. And similarly, oh, well, yeah. So with river, I want to be a little more frugal, because like the transition on river wasn't like that. It kind of got stretched out evenly. Actually, yeah, there's more kind of on the other side, actually, overall. So, I don't know. I can chop some off, I guess. Do I want to, though? Yeah, I definitely want to chop some of this off. And that's, I guess, about a good amount to excise. Okay. And then, so the snow stuff. Yeah, okay, so let's move the mountain back. No, not that tool. Let's move the mountain back in this direction. so that we can actually see some of the mountain to snow transition. And we don't really need to see like all of it, or like very much even. Yeah, this is why I was thinking I would do the layers separately, because like right now you, like the orange stuff is kind of like out of the blue. Like you don't really even see the mountains in the background, so it's like, I don't know, it's a little weird. But then, what else do we have going on here? So then, but like that looks kind of okay. It kind of goes mountain to, wow, you can barely even, I mean there is technically a seam there, and I'll clean it up, but it's not very obvious. And I can crunch like a lot of this stuff. So then, let's hide this for a second. Yeah, so like as an example of something that I can crunch, like when I was making this, it was important to like stretch it out so it didn't seem too abrupt. But now we kind of want to do the opposite. We kind of want to make it pretty abrupt, frankly. So let's get rid of all this like unnecessary. Oops. Let's get rid of all of this like really samey, unnecessary business in the middle. And I'll line it up better at some point, probably. Wait, where are we going with this? There we go. Wait, why is that? Oh no, that's just lined up weird. Oh yeah, because I didn't use the entire frame. I just used an arbitrary selection box. Alright, so yeah, I want to clean that up and everything, but then we can bring this back, maybe. And maybe even slide it a little further off. I mean, this is like the gist, I guess, like what we're getting at here. Like, it's not right, because like the mountains are like, there's too much stuff, and it's like dumb. There's too much stuff that doesn't matter, but like, yeah, so like, I mean, the idea is basically that like you then will then, oops, I don't need to, actually, I don't need these open anymore, I can close this. The idea is basically that like, we get like a truncated view of the game world by just like forcing all those transitions a lot faster. And of course, like, yeah, this is very untidy, but you know what? I think this is actually fine. I don't think actually we need to fiddle with the layered version. I think like this is actually enough that we can just like work with this. So like the things that we have to do obviously are to fix the clouds, and there are some like these seams are untidy. Like it's a bit busy, so like they don't jump out at you immediately when you glance at them, but they're definitely there, and they're definitely not quite right. So yeah, cool. I like it. Oh, this one I accidentally shifted, apparently. Accidentally shifted up a few pixels by accident. Still shifted slightly. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so I will get to it. Actually, no, you know what? I think I might actually just leave it at this for now, because the next thing I want to do is put in, start putting in the lettering and seeing how it goes. Because I don't know, there's like an off chance I'll want to change something once I start doing that. So let's find out. So yeah, the lettering. Well, all right, hold on. I'm gonna make another copy of this. So this. So yeah, wait. I'll save exactly what we have here. Save that, and then save that. I said, please, thank you. And then I'll copy it here. Because I'm about to crop it, but I don't want to lose the uncropped version. So I'll call this like logo long or something. And yeah, so now let's put it back to canvas size 1920, and it stayed centered the whole time, so it should stay perfectly centered, but it's not. It's slightly off center for some reason, or something weird is happening down in this corner. Oh, maybe I just never lined it up correctly. Maybe these empty pixels were there the whole time. I don't know what happened there. Whatever happened there, I will just redo it so that doesn't happen more. What are these pixel coordinates? Like, are the pixel... Did I mess this up on a more fundamental level? 1941. No, that's mostly correct. There's just this weird edge for some reason. Don't know what that's about. Hey, how's it going? VR Skicker. Sup? Alright, deselect. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so then, so the lettering, yeah. I don't know exactly what I want to do with the lettering. I do know that I want the lettering to be, oops, excuse me. I want it to be spaced well, which I have difficulty doing. It's gonna take me a minute to figure out, but alright, let's get started. I'm putting this behind the background. Yeah, I'm putting this behind the background because I don't want to go high above it. I might go a little bit above the background because again, this is like kind of the cropped version of the image, and there will be a larger version of this image. One wherein like the cave is like underground, and also there's just like extra margins on the top and the bottom. But we can worry about that later. So yeah. Right, let's get started. I'll just pick like a very visible color. Oh, I'll probably nothing too obnoxious. I just want to make sure it stands up against the background and against the frame. So something like this might be fine for starters. Okay, so sidequest. Lowercase sidequest is gonna be weird because like, well, yeah, it's like this is roughly the middle, so this is roughly where the Q should go. Yeah, maybe I should, or actually, no, I guess the Q should go slightly more towards this side of the screen because the I is the thinnest character. Wow. This is gonna be weird. It's gonna take some doing. Oh yeah. It's kind of unfortunate location for the clouds, like right where the Q is located, because the Q actually comes down, or it doesn't come down the furthest, but it's like kind of critical how it comes down, because without the tail on the Q, it's gonna be without the tail on the Q, it's gonna look like a 9. We'll see how that goes. I want a slightly bigger brush. 60. Yeah, that's fine. So like roughly, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be really big. Quest. Huh. Yeah, the U, I don't know. It's supposed to look crammed in, because like I don't know, the funny part, I guess, is supposed to be that the lettering is so big while the game is so small. Funny, I guess. I don't know. Oops, that's way too big. Oh, but actually most of that was okay. It was just I put that way too far over. It's like the E, I guess, would be Man, there are all these little tails on the letters, and I guess I'll just have to be very good about making sure the tail is like, because I want to make it look like it dips down below the the cloud layer. Huh. I might get rid of the cloud layer or something, because yeah, I think I want to do something different there. It's just like too it just covers it too much. I want it to look like these are like actually set in the landscape. Oh, so you know what I could do is I could actually I could set these in front of the entire background layer. That actually might be yeah. So I'll probably want to switch back over to the layered version just to set that up. Eventually, because I think actually, yeah, I think like I think it'd be funny oops, yeah, no, that was partially correct. If I don't know, if these were like actually, if it looks like it was actually like set inside the world a little bit. Uh, maybe yeah, so maybe there's a little bit of clouds, but just not nearly as much. Uh, or no, and it would be in front of the clouds anyways. Oh yeah, so there is actually a background color. Uh, and I think it'd be, oh no, there's a background going off into space, is what I was saying earlier. Might happen. It's like a background gradient, or like, I don't know. I actually don't know what space looks like. Right? Wait, no, I was looking at this earlier. The way like space kind of works, or like what it looks like viewed from, what like the world looks like viewed from above the cloud layer is like significantly above the cloud layer, like above the part where like the sky looks blue, whatever, I don't know, whatever layer that is, the atmosphere, I guess. The the So like you see the sky like kind of hugging the earth, which is fun. Oops, oh, I'm on the eraser tool. So like you see the sky like hugging the earth, and then maybe I should just do a big sky. Maybe I shouldn't do space, because like this game has nothing to do with space, so it'd probably be misleading to like to do space, I guess. I don't know. I should not be doing this on the, no, whatever, this is fine. So yeah, what would it look like if it was space, or like trying to be space? It'd be like a very deep desaturated gray color, 'cause deep spaces, basically the closest to lightless you'll get is to stare off into space. But the palette in this game is slightly muted, so space isn't even solid black, if we even do space. Yeah, no, we shouldn't do space. Maybe we'll just go, maybe we'll just like get abstract. Maybe it'll just be like it'll like it'll just be like, I don't know, whatever bands of color or something. I don't know. Because we were gonna have space, it'd be something like this. I mean, if I tried to put stars in, maybe it would look like snow. I don't know. It'll be something like this, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. That's pretty lame, but whatever. This lettering is probably not going to be bright pink, so there's that too. Alright, let's go back to the lettering. Oh yeah, speaking of the lettering, this S is too wide because I still need to fit a T on the edge. Just to emphasize that it's lowercase, I'm going to have the T also have a little hook tail. And I'm just putting the dash on the T here because it's like most economical in terms of like how I'm using the space. Yeah. Oh, I might need to crunch all of that because I might not have left myself enough room to say side, or to draw side. Yeah, I probably did. Alright, whatever, I can fix that. So that E should be about the same size, because there's no reason that this E can't be the same as the other E. Which I say, but I immediately fail at rendering. Whatever. Actually, no, it's fine to touch the top of the screen, because yeah, in the bigger version, it would actually will extend like slightly off the top of the screen, and in the smaller version, it looks even more claustrophobic, or like even more tightly packed. D. Yeah, so the D and the Q are weird because oh, maybe I could do with like the D. What I did with the U. Yeah, I definitely didn't leave myself enough room. So actually, before I even continue on with that, let's let's crunch some of this stuff a little bit. Just narrow these a bit. What are these keys? M and S. M. Cool. S. Wait, no. Oh, whoa. S cycles through these selection methods? That's weird. Alright, so M and S and M. That might be enough. I can keep changing this stuff to try and, yeah, I'll put all the letters in, and then I can shift them around like that to try and get it right. All right, so deselect. Doop-a-doop. So the D. I don't know if it's gonna work, but one thing I was thinking is if I just if I like don't leave room for the I, I could if I don't leave room for the I could cram the I into the little space that the S and the D form. This space here. So I don't know. I was kind of doing this yesterday when I was drawing it out. I'd like the S would like hook over, and the but that's not really an economical use of space either. So maybe I should what? Maybe the D should like lean more in this direction. The E doesn't really need more space to breathe though. Like, I don't know. That looks less weird. Now, you know what would probably even look better is if I just didn't do that. Or actually, one other thing I could try is instead of having the S like hook over, which I think just looks weird mostly, I could have it come down and then put the I in here. That might be better. And also, I don't think the letters will actually touch. So, for example, there would actually be a gap here, hypothetically. Except when I was changing stuff around, I screwed up all the... Whoops, not that. I screwed up all the proportions. So let's unscrew them. What the heck? Stupid tablet. Work correctly, please. Move. Select. No, select. And that S is pretty lean. I'll make the T a little crunchier. Oops, wrong tool. Move. Alright, yeah. And then I can uncompress that, oops, save, whatever, that's fine. I can uncompress that E a little bit. So that it has like about as much room as the other one does. And, yeah, I mean, I'll want to like wiggle it a little bit to get it quite right, but, I mean, this is pretty close, I guess. I can continue to nudge it around to get it how I want it. But actually, I mean, because this is pretty close to actually the correct dimensions, I'm just gonna stretch it out so that it actually fits. Alright, I think this is basically what we're gonna do. Of course, this is like all messy and like mocked up, and so a big part of it will be to clean it up. Actually, yeah, I'll also want to do a lot to emphasize the legibility, like kind of like beef up the some of the line weights in some places, like especially the bottom lines, possibly the top lines as well for consistency, or maybe just the bottom lines. Maybe these letters will just have really big feet. So like for example, like if the D is like under the cloud layer, maybe I'll I'll bring it so that like the letters drop down to the ground, but they also like you know, there's like really broad on the bottom. And yeah, so I will tidy up these letters because I think these letters like kind of are the foundation of what it will actually be. Like I don't think these letters are just a mock-up of like what it's supposed to look like. I think these letters are actually basically the template. So yeah, it does look weird to have like really big feet, just really big feet. So I'll do really big tops as well, maybe. Or like I'll just cheat the cheat the line width so it's thicker when it's vertical and it's narrower when it's horizontal. Which I think I don't know. It's not the craziest thing in the world. I probably want to move the letters onto separate layers so that I can like clean up the edges without having to go insane. Going insane will be an optional component of putting this all together. So brush tool, please. Thank you. So these would be wider. These would be wider. These would be wider. These would be wider. And these would be together. They wouldn't be kind of like separated like that. Did I widen? I think I widened that one. Actually, that's too much. Yeah, and actually no, I don't have to worry about the foot. I don't have to worry about that nearly as much. So now that I'm like vaguely happy with the lettering, like the lettering at this point basically just needs to be cleaned up. Like there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it, I don't think. Well, I mean, I might change my mind later, but like just glancing on it now, it seems okay. Sorry, I'm just like bringing this on screen so I can, or I'm just moving this around so I can see like the smaller version of it. And I think that's okay. I'll like when I clean it up and like separate the letters and like get the spacing quite right, it'll also help the legibility, I hope. I think. So maybe I should do the background stuff, like the for reals. Do I need to solve anything with the? Well, okay. So the one thing that's really obvious to me at this point is that this bottom strip, of course, is way busier than like everything else that's happening. So I'll probably want to balance that out somehow. I could do texturing on the letters or something just to get like some degree of consistency across the image. It'll seem a little better tied together, I think, once I change how the layers are set up. And then after that, yeah, I guess this is a better way to look at it at different sizes. And then, yeah, I definitely, I mean, I should figure out the actual like coloring and contrast and stuff, because like this is awful. Like having it against a dark background and a very light background is like not good. Not for this color, at least. So, I mean, just as a temporary measure, I can make it a lighter tone. Brightness. This is actually not what I was trying to do, but whatever. Brightness. Yeah, that's fine. All right. The D and the E have a weird relationship. Because, like, that's not how D's and E's typically associate. The E doesn't, like, tower over the D like that. But then again, the E doesn't, like, line up with the Q like that either. So I think I should do what I can to straighten that out to the extent that I can. Like, get them as lined up as reasonably as possible. Like, bring the E down I don't know, if I bring the E down, it'll get weirder relative to the Q. Alright, we'll have to find the right spot for the E. And then, like, in other places, like, fudge it a little. Like, just, like, play with how the S and the... Hey,